Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta. What Ifs. Today, I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto's Both Parents Were Gods? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. And before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo OGI channel as well if you haven't done so already. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins on the night of the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato. On the front lines, where we see Hiruzen Sarutobi was standing, frozen in shock as he looked down to the ground where currently was laying the dead body of his successor, Minato Namikaze. And he couldn't move or function because of what has happened in front of him within moments. Everything was peaceful that night until he sensed a dreadful chakra. He, alongside the rest of the shinobis, ran to the front lines or outskirts of the village from where the chakra emerged, only to find the Kyubi no Yoko, the strongest Biju, out there. And it was like a wild, demonic animal that was possessed, coming after them and their home. So, they took the stand. Everything was going great, or at least that was until the Kyubi got close and they had to fight up close as the Kyubi began to throw them like ragdolls, and that is when Minato appeared. He had a plan, and that was to seal the Biju within his newborn, Naruto. But that is when something happened. Kyubi began to act differently and tried to charge towards the child, seeing as if it has found out what was going to happen. Kushina jumped in, arriving in a tired as well as exhausted state. But she was fighting and trying her best to hold back the Biju. But the Kyubi, being the huge Biju as he was able to thrust a hand and its sharp nails towards the child. But Minato and Kushina were able to even stop that by some reason, by some miracle. But that pierced a huge hole through their chests, causing them to bleed out and die. But Minato, before he died, wanted Hiruzen to protect his son, his legacy, and make sure that he's treated as a hero. Hokage-sama. Hokage-sama. As Hiruzen was brought out of his shock-like state. What? What is it, Kakashi? What are we going to do now? Minato-sensei left you as the Hokage again. He's dead. Many of the men are injured, sir. What about those who didn't survive? We are not aware of that. They might be still out there. I want you to find them. Bring them all to the morgue. And those who are wounded are to be sent to the hospital for treatment. Now, as another envoy arrived, Hokage-sama, with all due respect, sir, the council has gathered and they wish to see you now. I know now is not the right time, but I have been told to tell you this news. It's alright. As that is when Yugao Uzuki arrived, a newly instated Konoichi who was a Jonin. Hokage-sama, if it is fine with you, I would like to watch over Naruto, my sensei's son. She was the student of Kushina, who Kushina taught only a few things and helped her out throughout her journey as a Konoichi. I leave him in your care. You are to go to my office and remain there, vigilant and making sure that nothing happens to him. I'll protect him with my life. And with that, Yugao Uzuki picked up Naruto and left. While Hiruzen then said, "What are you doing here, Kakashi? I gave you an order." "Yes, sir. But are you?" "I am fine. It's been a long time since I've been to war. And have lost so many of my close people." So Hiruzen, after that, began to walk towards Konoha. He could hear screams, see the destruction and the disheveled look of the people of his. And it crushed him, but he had to stay strong, because right now he was the one who was in charge again. He felt like a new, unseasoned Kage. "You can do this, Hiruzen. You've done this many times. Time for the professor to come back." And so he arrived inside the council chamber that was somehow still intact. A few cracks were here and there on the walls, but nothing too much. damaged there. Seeing Hiruzen, they were able to realize one thing. Minato wasn't there, either he was dead or seriously injured. As Hiruzen once sat down, he then said, "A moment of silence for our Kage who has perished in a battle against the Nine Tails." But once the news broke out, everyone was in silence. And after the silence was done, Hiruzen went into the meeting. As now we see, the first question was asked by Danzo. How did this happen? Everything was supposed to go smoothly. Minato, for what I've been told by him before his death, is 100% sure that he was attacked. And, well, some of the Anbus have gone there and the whole place was blown up. From what I've gotten the reports on the way back here. I see. But the second question that everyone is wanting to know before we move on to the rebuilding process is, who is the Jinchuriki now? What happened to the Nine Tails? Or is there a Jinchuriki? Yes, there is a Jinchuriki. The Nine Tail is sealed away within it. And he is someone who should be treated as a hero. He's an infant child known as Naruto, but before he could finish, civilians got up. That is a perfect chance for us to get rid of the damn demon. What? Said Minato. Hiruzen, taken aback by this. Think about it, Hokage-sama. Minato-sama gave us a chance. We can finish what he started. As the others began to follow suit after the man's words. No, this is not what Minato wanted. He wanted the child to be treated as a hero. As the others didn't agree to this, and Hiruzen being embraced in silence. If this is how you're going to spat on the legacy of your Kage who died tonight, then I won't let you see the damn child. He will be raised under me, and you are forbidden to even speak of him. To the younger generation or amongst yourself. If I find out that you did, you all will be executed. You hear that? But I said, is that clear? And with that, everyone settled down. As this was going on, we see Hiruzen meeting was done. But unaware to him or everyone else, they were being observed by a similar globe which Hiruzen used to spy on. But it was a divine one, as two beings stood across one another, Kami and Shinigami, Minato and Kushina. As Minato, who was the Shinigami, his eyes was narrowed, and Kushina, who was Kami, was also not pleased. This is not nice, not what we expected of them. Said Kushina, I know. Kushi-chan, we need to take care of this, and fast. Do you wish me to go there and bring back Naruto? No. We have to let him fulfill his fate. I can't sit here and watch this. I've heard them more than enough. I was the one who trusted them the most, and yet you are the one, Kushina, who's saying that we shouldn't help him? Unfortunately, not now. If he is threatened, we will take him away. But for the time being, we have to observe. Because he is the one who can only save them. The other innocents, they would die out. You're right. We can't intervene, but we can protect as much as we can. Said Minato. Yes, you're right. And so now we see they placed trust and strength in Naruto and Hiruzen and made sure that their bond was stronger. As now we see, as time progressed, Naruto and Hiruzen bonded together and formed a grandson and grandpa-like relationship. As Naruto was growing up, he could count the people he could trust. The Ichirakus, his sensei Iruka, and Hiruzen Sarutobi himself. These are the only people he could trust, and it pained Minato and Kushina because they saw Naruto's moment alone, since they were the gods who watched over and ruled over the domain, and Naruto was their son. So a son who was destined to go through a path of thorns as well as a hardship one, but he had a destiny Destiny so great that many would die to claim it. But yet they chose him, their own son. Everything was going great until Hiruzen perished in the tuning exams, or after the tuning exams. And Naruto and Jiraiya, who was there at the time, were sent to go and bring back Tsunade. Naruto was even able to convince her to join their side. But once Naruto arrived back, a hurdle awaited him. His own teammate, Sasuke Uchiha, who had been targeted by Orochimaru in the Chunin exams, tried to escape. And in doing so, he was almost successful. Almost, because Naruto caught up to him. Naruto and Sasuke had a standoff and even fought. But Sasuke brutally tried to kill him, ending their bond and shattering any friendship that they ever had. Naruto failed to retrieve him back and returned back in a comatose state by the help of Kakashi, while his parents could only watch. "I can't stand this," said Kushina. "But we have to," said Minato. "We can't intervene. You are the Kami of this world, and I am the Shinigami. And I know when he's going to die. He's not going to die yet. He better not. Because if he does, then rules be damned, I will destroy these insolent humans myself. I know you would. That is why I'm telling you to calm down, beloved. Everything will be taken care of. Everything will come full circle. As now we see." And everything did. Naruto, after recovering, went on a training trip of 3 years with Jiraiya. And once he returned, he was stronger and had a lot of friends. Naruto then went on to make more bonds as he saved Gaara, his friend that he made back in the Chunin exams, and solidified their friendship, who was now at the time Kazekage. But not only that, Naruto throughout his life have helped out a lot of other villages, forming bonds as well as gaining alliances. Something they knew that their child was destined to do, and they were proud of. Everything was going great, and Naruto even saved the village after the death of Jiraiya and becoming a perfect sage. Something that no other man, not even the Shinigami, while he was in Minato state, was able to do. But he was able to achieve it, the perfect state, and was able to defeat the Akatsuki, who attacked Konoha and destroyed it, turning it into a rubble. But after that, once Naruto became a hero and everything seemed like it was going great, a tragedy struck. Naruto, after returning from a mission, was called in the nighttime to the Hokage office, where Yamato as well as Kakashi and Sakura were waiting for him in Tsunade's office. And Tsunade revealed to him that he has been blamed for the conspiracy as well as murder, or trying to murder, of the Raikage. What? But why would I do that, Bachan? You of all people should know that I was on a mission. I know, Naruto, you were, but your blood sample has been found there. And not only that, there has been evidence and proof that it was you. There's nothing we can do. Konoha is on the verge of war. I did not expect this from you, kid. What did you have against the Raikage? I don't know. I never even met him. It's about your mother, isn't it? Kumo tried to kidnap your mother multiple times, and you got fed up with it, said Kakashi. Admitted Naruto. What? But why would I admit it? I didn't even do anything. As Naruto, betrayed by his own friends, was then stripped of his integrity, which he knew was his identity as a shinobi, with respect and everything. He was betrayed by them and thrown into the blood prison. Unbeknownst to Naruto, it was a trick to make sure that Naruto remains safe and doesn't partake into a war, into the bigger picture. But Naruto was broken. Broken so much so that he had his eyes hollow and was now always resting against a wall in the said prison. Without aim, without anyone. Always shedding tears. Silent ones that spoke volumes and cried out in agony. And that was it, because no parent could watch their child suffer through so much. Even after all the things he has done, now even after every achievement that he has made, and even has become the hero of those accursed people, this is how he was treated. This is enough. These insolent fools will regret doing this to my son, said Kami. Rules be damned, Shinigami. I am going there. If you don't care about that boy, your son, then I will. I care about him. That is why you're going to retrieve him and I'm going to warn them. As Kami and Shinigami nodded, as now we see Kushina arrived and materialized in front of Naruto. John, am I dead? No, why would you say that, Naruto? It's just I'm able to see you now. I failed you. I failed Tojan. I failed everyone. I couldn't become a hero like you wanted me to be. And I gave up. No, son. You did everything right. It was just them who failed you. All of them failed you, said Kushina, crying while hugging her son, realizing just how much she has suffered. As that moment, Kushina then decided to reveal something to Naruto. Naruto, I have something to tell you. I want you to sit down and listen to me well. While on the other side, Minato materialized in the council chamber, in front of everyone in his Shinigami's regal clothing. Who? Minato, said Tsunade as she stood up. But how? You're... Yes, I know I am dead. Or Minato is. My name is Shinigami, the god of death. As for a moment nobody spoke until Hiyashi stood and activated his Byakugan. You're Minato, but how? As I said, I am Shinigami. Minato was my mortal form that I took when I was reborn here, alongside my wife, who was Kushina. We arrived here to give you all a gift and to extend our family. We had a son together. As Tsunade gulped, because she knew who the son was, and he was supposed to be your savior, your retribution, as well as your deity, the next generation one. But you have mistreated him. Not at one point, as Minato tapped his staff that materialized with a skull on it onto the ground, as each and every moment they spoke of him, since the day he was born, appeared. He's just a child, we should get rid of him now, and finish what the force started. One after each moments were shown of him being scorned and being treated like a pariah in his own home, having no friends, and him having to act like a fool to make so. The only few people who ever respected Naruto are the Ichirakus, Iruka, and Hiruzen. Now, Iruka and the Ichirakus, I can't say anything about them because one is a sensei in the academy and the others are just civilians. The rest of you, you will not be forgiven easily. Hold up there, Minato. You are our Kage. You would do this to your own people, deity or not. Watch your tone, mortal. To me, you all don't even matter. I was there when you all were made. What makes you think that you all are special? Just because I led some of you? No. I could have been anywhere else. It's just that I like the scenic view here. That is why I was chosen to born here by my own self. As this shocked them. All this time, after realizing that they could manipulate Minato, they were bamboozled to find out that this was the reason Minato chose them. Or Shinigami chose them. Then who is Kushina? Is she Kami then if you're Shinigami? Yes. We both had a union and had a child, a blessing for you, and you have tortured him to the point that he is now broken. We did this to protect him. He is a knucklehead, you know, and he could have made things much more messier. He barely was able to survive against the Akatsuki attack on Konoha. What do you think would have happened if he was allowed to fight those other idiots as well? Madara is amongst them and he's planning a war. Do you think I care? There were other ways. He was no longer an idiot child. but a mature adult. He could have understood. He could have listened. This was not the only way, Tsunade. You know it and I know it. You just took extreme measures. Really extreme measures. And you think they are for his own good. But it has broken him. We have forgiven and batted a blind eye to what you have done before, but no longer shall we do this. You all will suffer because we forsake you. You can't. We. As Tsunade was left speechless, as only this announced, how dare you? You treat us like some tools? We gave your son a home. No. You gave my son depression and a traumatized childhood. And you all will pay when you arrive in my domain, where you will be tortured for eternity in the pits of hell. With that, Minato disappeared. As the whole Konoha was now in panic, we need to bring him back. And fast. Tsunade, as everyone agreed, faster than ever, she herself alongside the entourage went there. Immediately. While on the other side, Kushina has explained everything to Naruto. So you're Kami, and Tojan is Shinigami. Yes, son. As Minato arrived there, why did you arrive like that? Said Naruto. At least you're back to normal. You're right, I am. But how? I was feeling sad. It's because I took your sadness away. And locked it away. As Kushina hugged her son, you don't need to feel anything about them. You are our son. You are Yami. And you will come with us to the divine realm. We have forsaken them already. What? Yes, son. They all will die now. But what about those who are not even involved? As Minato and Kushina looked towards one another and smiled. You wish to still save them. Only those who, didn't do anything to me. At least they don't have to suffer for some other people's mistakes. Said Naruto. As both of the parents were happy, you really are our pride. Said Kushina. And so, Naruto then was taken by Minato and Kushina after he was told that they would not die out. As Tsunade on the other side arrived, but she as soon as took a step had forgotten. Why did we arrive here? Tsunade asked, panicked. As everyone couldn't answer, why did we arrive here? Someone answer me! I forgot. It was something important. Someone important. We don't know, Sensei, said Sakura and the others. The memories of Naruto has been erased from the memories of all and everyone. Because he was now no longer a mortal, but was given his true powers and domains as the Yami. As Naruto alongside his parents now watched, as the whole world was now going to suffer a much terrible fate, because they all were going to go extinct. Naruto was told that those who would die out will be given heaven, because they have suffered in this world. But those who have caused the suffering, they will go down to hell, especially Konoha. Only given few people were ever going to go into heaven. The rest are down going to hell. And that is what happened. When the Akatsuki were able to fulfill their goal, since the Kyuubi was now freed and back, and everyone knew it was freed and hiding, and the Akatsuki were able to find it, finally. The Ten-Tail in full power was revived, but the Ten-Tail went insane and could not have been controlled, and because of that, it caused destruction. Massive amounts of it. Even Zetsu was not able to control it, and because of that, the whole world perished. In the end, the chakra tree did grow, but into a poisonous one. The Otsutsuki who arrived was Momoshiki and consumed it, only for him to act like a rabid dog and kill and murder the rest of his clan. Even his own Otsutsuki god, Shibaya Otsutsuki, sparing no one. As once, now we see, everyone was done, destroyed. They all arrived into the afterlife. Most of them sent down into hell, where Naruto arrived to visit his father. There he saw, down into the pits of hell, a getting tortured were some of the familiar faces. Ah, son, you're here. Something you don't wish to see? I can erase this sight if you wish to. No, father. It's just Okasama has called for you. We are having ramen again. You and your mother seriously have some ramen. Yeah, besides, inhabitant Junichi-san has made some of the best ramen again. So, let's go get it. I can't believe that old man. Even after coming to heaven, he opens a shop. Hey, can you blame him? He loves to cook those ramens. And you love to devour them alongside your mother. As Naruto and Minato chuckled, we see Tsunade watching them from afar because she too was down there. On a limited payroll because she needed to suffer before returning back up there. And alongside them were the rest, especially Danzos and the others who were witnessing this and were now regretting what they have done. Pissing off the gods and their one and only son, who was a god himself. They had all the time in the world, 18 fucking years, and what do? Stab their own selves, and guard themselves here for eternity. Most of them did, at least. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.